Welcome back. We want to return to our top story. We learned today the two Sullivan children, aged 6 and 4, were seen in public a day before they disappeared. We've reached Robert Parker. He is the warden of the Municipality of Pictou County. He is in Central West River. Warden, good of you to join us. We won't talk specifically about the case because I know that you're not privy to information on this. But what do you think the sense will be in your community tonight when people hear even the slightest bit of new information from the RCMP? How is it received?
I think any bit of new information is wanted and needed. One thing that's short in this sad affair is good information. And when good information isn't available, then false information or whatever people decide on their own, that gets spread around. So any bit of information is good, but it doesn't tell us a lot. It tells us that, little Lilly and Jack were there the day before they disappeared, which is what was assumed all along and what was told by the parents, that they disappeared that morning. So it sort of lends some credence to that, I guess, and takes away some of the stories of, well, they hadn't been around for a week and things like that. But it's there's still a long ways to go, and I think the RCMP are struggling, to find any little bit of lead they can, and so they know the public is hungry for answers, so they're letting out whatever they can. So I don't know if this information was available before and they just hadn't let it out, or if it wasn't available and whatever made it available now. I'm not sure of the facts on that.
Yeah, and something in that release today, police are asking for video for a very specific time from noon, April the 28th, to noon on May 2nd. How many people would have, say, surveillance on their properties or on their vehicles in that rural area that you might be aware of?
Well, I was up to that site today for another reason, but there's a very sparse population there. Like there's some homes along the road. So there may be a chance that people do try to protect their properties now with cameras. So there may be a chance that there would be something, but they are going back then, according to that, about 5 days before the children went missing. So, they're looking for anything, I think, right now that would give them some idea. I think they've searched the woods so hard. RCMP seem firmly convinced that they weren't abducted. So that doesn't leave a whole lot of options here. And so, like I say, people are coming up with their own options. So I'd like there to be more information released, but perhaps the RCMP can't do that for their search reasons.
Yeah, so you would like concrete information, because I imagine there's a whole misinformation that's swirling around and people filling that void with what they think might have happened.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on, and it's not healthy because some people are being accused, I guess is probably too strong a word, but of being implicated that may not have any guilt at all of anything. But people are, like I say, searching for answers, and I think they're becoming frustrated at this point is the best way to put it. It's not to the point of anger at the RCMP or at anybody else, but they're frustrated. They know people have tried very hard to find the little ones, but they're hoping against hope that this just doesn't become one of those cold cases that kind of goes away. So they want to keep attention on this issue, I think.
Well, it's been nearly, a month now since Lilly and Jack Sullivan have been missing.
Coming up on a month.
Yeah. How are the emotions?
Well, like I say, frustration I find now, sadness when they weren't found by the searchers. I think everybody was hopeful they were going to find them alive to start with, and then at least to, if not alive, then at least have closure for the families. But, absolutely nothing I've heard has been found, and to have that many searchers covering that area for that long and to find absolutely nothing. I was even told, I don't know the facts of it, but that the dogs didn't really find any trail to follow. So that leaves you wondering then what did happen, and we really need the people of the county and beyond in the province and the country need to know. One thing I've said many times before is that these little children they belong to a family, but they also belong to all of us. I think we all have a need and a want to protect our children, whether they're our children in the community, in the school, wherever they are. People here in Pictou County, especially, see those as our children, and they very much want to know what happened to them.
We've heard about the challenge of the environment and what that poses. We've seen pictures of it. But for viewers who may not be familiar with the area, can you describe just how much of a challenge that is for searchers as they go out?
Well, our woods here in Pictou County are a real mess after Fiona. There's just, trees crisscrossed everywhere. A piece of woods that you could walk through from one end to the other in 10 minutes now takes you over an hour. And on any woods that hasn't been harvested is in a real mess. And so it's tough going for the searchers. And that's why some people are still saying, maybe they are in there. Maybe they, a lot of the trees are uprooted. Maybe they crawled in under one of those big roots up in the air and are hidden in somewhere where searchers perhaps, covered it several times but didn't see them. So that's a possibility. But the other thing about the forest up in that area, it's large. Like, you go a long distance without having to hit a road or hit anything. And it's a real heavily wooded area. And I was out mowing my lawn this morning. There were black flies everywhere. So you can just imagine if you were in the woods searching and swinging at black flies and crawling over branches and down trees. And they said there's ticks up there. It's a rough country to be searching in.
Warden, it's a difficult time, I realize. We thank you for coming on here and sharing all that with us tonight. And no doubt we'll be speaking with you again.
I'll just say to everybody, keep your prayers there for the little ones. We need to know the answers at least, and the prayers are for everybody, really, because there's nothing worse than not knowing what happened to our little ones.
Well said. Robert Parker is the warden of the Municipality of Pictou County. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with more of your program after this.